up, everybody? You here with Off the Field with Isaiah Robinson, special guest Karl Mofor. How you doing today, bro?
I'm good, sir. How are you?
I'm great. I'm living. So we got Karl standing at 5'8", 224 from Greenbelt, Maryland, running back from University of Albany. Before we get into this video, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and comment on my YouTube channel. Get this joint popping. So, Karl, before we get into the interview, I'm going to show the crowd a little bit of your highlights and everything so they can see what you're working with.
All right.
Karl, right now you standing at top 5 running backs at FCS currently. So, for people that don't know, who is Karl Mofor?
Karl Mofor is just a good person on and off the field. I'm a good player, humble, respect my opponents always, but never fear anybody. I'm a versatile back. I like to do a little everything, catching, blocking, running in between the tackles, outside the tackles. All around, just a football player.
Okay. So you had a great high school career. Talk to me about the recruiting process.
My recruiting process through high school, it picked up a little bit after my sophomore year. So junior year, I got my first offer around like March of junior year. Mm-hmm. I got my first offer. So, and then I committed to Albany before my senior year, and I got about 5 or 6 other offers from different schools, but I feel like that was the right one for me. So I chose that before the season, so I didn't have to worry about that while I was playing, and I like my decision.
Okay. So the 5 other 6 offers, were they D1A schools or they was all D1AA?
I had one D1A school from Buffalo, and the rest D1A from Morgan State, Holy Cross, a few other schools.
Mm-hmm. So you had a good high school career. Did you feel like you got the recognition you deserve being at a public school versus a private school in Maryland?
I feel like sometimes the public schools in Maryland often go unnoticed because of how good the private school conferences are and their players and their history. So I feel like I got a little bit of a shot, but not as much as like the private school people would have normally got. But I'm happy where I am and what my recruiting led me to, so I can't complain much about that.
Okay. So what are some of the biggest adjustments you had making from high school to college?
One of the biggest adjustments was just really learning more of everything on offense instead of just like running the ball, because I came from a triple option offense. So we were just mainly downhill, affirmation, downhill, like just running the ball. And I just, in college, just had to gain more versatility and just pass blocking, run blocking, and catching the ball. So I feel like that was the biggest adjustment, but it went smooth, so.
Okay. Any adjustments you had to make coming from Maryland to New York outside of football?
Outside of football, coming from Maryland to New York? Not really, besides the code. I just had to get adjusted to that code, and it's the cold, the wind, the snow. Just had to make sure I had my coats, long sleeves, and everything for practice and stuff. But I got used to it pretty quick.
Mm-hmm. Did you ever have to practice in the snow?
Yeah, we practiced in the snow a majority of the playoffs last year.
Mm-hmm.
So used to that. Played in the snow too against y'all.
Yeah,
And Maine.
that game is cold. Nah, something about that north though, it get cold up there, bro. Like 50, 40 mile per hour winds and everything.
Yeah, brutal.
No, that's every getting hectic. So I know you're going to the league soon. Do you have a game plan to get there, or what? You just want your film to speak for itself, or talk to me about this process?
Right now, our season's in the spring, so I'm just working towards getting this good film on tape for that, and just seeing what happens after that. If not this draft, then stay another year in college, get better, faster, stronger, everything, and then prepare for 2022 draft.
Okay. So what are some lessons you could tell people about your journey, both on and off the field, that can help somebody else that's trying to become a college running back and feature the NFL running back?
I'm going to start with off the field. Just everybody out there who's listening to this, just be patient in deciding where you want to go to school, and just go where they want you. Like, you go where you're needed for the most part. Like, go where you feel like that's somewhere you can grow, and just not somewhere in the moment you like, but in the next 4 years, you're going to regret your decision. Just don't rush that decision. And I would say on the field, just everything you do, give it your all, give it 100%. You only really got one shot at this while we're young. Like, we don't get no younger. So when you're there, just give it 100%. Everything you're doing in the weight room, classroom, you don't want to ruin this opportunity you have. On the field, I would just say, just be a student of the game, study. You got to be as mentally good as you're physically good. So I would just say, just work on that. Just becoming a smarter football player.
And since I've been home, like, I've been seeing, like, we have a lot of talent in the DMV, and like, they're fast people, smart people, like, they're talented. But what I realize is, like, the biggest thing from high school to college football is really just the knowledge of the game, the IQ of the game. That's really all it is. Like, knowing where to be and how to make being in the right spots and being in the right places, that can really change the whole aspect of the game. It's crazy.
Most plays be won before the game, like before the play even start. Most plays was won. Quarterback looking at the defense, you know it, seeing where the safety's going, the rotation of that, and just knowing where to put the ball.
No, facts. So going to Albany, what is life like as an athlete? Do people up there really care about athletes? Do, like, the girls up there, they be like, oh, he's an athlete, I want to get with him? Like, how is that like?
Man, life up there as an athlete, it's cool. It's mainly a lacrosse school. It's a big lacrosse school, but like over the couple of years, we done brought football back for real. So everybody up there jumping. Of course, on every campus, all eyes gonna be on the biggest athletes, the biggest stars of the school. So that's normal life. That's good.
So being up Albany, you've been up there for a couple years now. I know you've probably been through some things. So what was your best and worst times as a college athlete being up there?
I'm gonna start with the bad. My worst times being up there was my freshman year when we were struggling a little bit, and I started off the season strong. I started off season very good, about like 300 total yards within the first couple games, 3 touchdowns. And then one of the games I didn't play as much as I wanted to early. Played about like 8 plays that game. I felt like I was doing something wrong, but like it's just college, man. Like, something's gonna happen. Just gotta stay your course for real. Like, that was one of when we was doing bad as a team too. We had started off the season good, but then finished out like 3-8. So that was a pretty tough time. And that was a freshman year. It's a growing experience. And as a young player in the field, I was just soaking it all up. But in the moment, I didn't realize all the value I was getting from those opportunities and all those losses. And I would say the best was definitely last season, going to the playoffs, second round of the playoffs, traveling to Montana State, getting that experience under our belt, winning our first home playoff game against Central Connecticut State. That was a good feeling. Felt like we was on top of the world for real. being in the top 25, making All-American, like all conference. I was having just 2019 was up.
Mm-hmm. For sure. So, what do you guys do out there for fun at Albany?
I feel like it's a big party school, so it'd be a lot of parties, different other functions, things on campus. We got a big mall. We have the biggest Walmart in America, so everybody just be at the Walmart shopping, doing a bunch of stuff, getting stuff they need for their houses and dorms.
Mm-hmm.
So
what's one event, you said it's a party school, what's one event of the year that everybody looks forward to? Like, I know for us, it'd be like, sometimes it'd be homecoming. I know at Maine, there was a thing called Maine Day. So what is that for Albany?
I feel like at Albany, it's the trail gate before our homecoming games. Like, I've never been able to go, but like, that's what everybody always talk about going to. So I felt like homecoming, that's a pretty good time at Albany.
Okay. That's all right. Cause I remember playing against y'all. Y'all had y'all games was live. Like, y'all had a good band.
Yeah, we played y'all on homecoming. Yeah, definitely lit.
And I like y'all stadium too. All these stadium nice.
Yeah, facts. In the night, it's beautiful.
Yeah, I wish we played y'all at night. It was dark when we played y'all.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit dark. Now we get into the hot seat questions. Dream NFL team to play for.
Dream NFL team to play for.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this answer not cliche, but to be honest, any dream team would be anybody, any of the 32 teams.
Mm-hmm.
But if I had to directly pick, it'll probably be the Baltimore Ravens, being that that's the team I supported growing up.
Mm-hmm.
It's close to my crib, so family, no problems flying to the games. I like the swag they got in Baltimore too.
Mm-hmm. Oh, for sure. What would you do if you won the lottery?
If I won the lottery, I just make sure my parents, or any debt they had, whether it's house, car, anything was paid off.
Mm-hmm. So right now, currently, what is the difference between you and different college running backs?
I just feel like you don't see too many backs nowadays stay on the field for all three downs. In all phases of the game, they can contribute in, whether that's the run game, pass game, run blocking, pass blocking, all that. I just feel like that's why I separate myself. I can play, I can move around, even play fullback, H-back, anything on offense for the most part.
I like that. So last question of the day. How old were you when you had your first kiss?
I want to say 6th grade. So whatever age people are in 6th grade, around 12, 13.
Yeah, 12, 13, around that age. Middle school, right? Entering middle school.
Yeah.
For sure. But thanks for coming on today, bro.
Appreciate you for having me.
No problem. Anything you want to say to the viewers before you head out?
Just anybody out there listening to this, man, just stay your course, man. Everybody got a dream they trying to live, but everybody don't want to put in work for the dream they trying to live. So whatever you're trying to do, go get that 100%.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Appreciate you, bro.
No problem.
Deal with Isaiah Robinson, special guest Karl Mofor. Make sure y'all stay tuned to him. Make sure y'all follow his journey. It's gonna be a good one.